and he is the world champion. He's been so impressive during his reign. How can he get through a wrestler the caliber of KENTA with the title on the line tonight? Can he do that, or will we see KENTA make history and become ROH World Champion here at the Hammerstein Ballroom as we celebrate 7 years of Ring of Honor?
7 years ago in Philadelphia, people were talking about a Match of the Year candidate on a Ring of Honor show. It was the American Dragon taking on Low-Ki and Christopher Daniels in the first ever main event of a Ring of Honor show. People still talk about that match 7 years later. I think it's safe to say people might be talking about this match 7 years from now as well. And KENTA, the current GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion, he won that belt for a third time on March the 1st in Japan, defeating Katsuhiko Nakajima. Scores early with a slap to the face on Nigel McGuinness.
Not just scoring early, but proving to Nigel McGuinness, that he is not going to give an inch in this matchup. KENTA is not going to show any mercy because of the fact that he knows Nigel is hurt. He's going to be as aggressive as ever.
On kicking right at that injured arm, you see the heavily taped left bicep of Nigel McGuinness like a giant bullseye. But Nigel going for the lariat anyway, and you can see the grimace, the expression of pain on the face of the world champion. Just throwing that lariat, not even connecting with it, caused pain to shoot up and down the body of the world champion.
Given those arm injuries, is it even a wise move for McGuinness to try to utilize the lariat at all in this match? But, I mean, KENTA, anyone who might have thought that he was going to show a bit of mercy and avoid going to work on the arms and focus on a different body part, that is not the case. He realizes the world title is on the line. He wants to come back to Ring of Honor in the future and defend the world title as champion. And if that means targeting the injured arms of McGuinness, KENTA is going to do that tonight.
It was last night in Pittsburgh, as you said. McGuinness tore the left bicep. He had been wrestling with a torn right bicep for the past several months, but he's been able to fight through the pain and rehab the injury. But shoulder first to the post goes McGuinness, and he is in big, big trouble right here early on.
Arms and now the shoulder as well, devastated by KENTA.
And last night in that tag team matchup in Pittsburgh, it was a lariat by McGuinness connecting with the jaw of KENTA that snapped the bicep of Nigel. And he is finding himself now flat on the canvas with a relentless challenger immediately working over that left arm. It was KENTA picking up the victory in that tag team match, teaming up with El Generico. KENTA hitting the go-to-sleep on McGuinness, who was teaming up with Davey Richards in that matchup.
Could it be a sign of things to come? You know, just 24 hours ago, KENTA pinning the world champion. Can he do it again here this evening in New York City? We've said it so many different times, even earlier this evening, how previous champions like Bryan Danielson and Takeshi Morishima weakened as their title reign went on. We've seen McGuinness during the midst of his reign just get stronger and stronger with each outing. But now, can he remain getting stronger and stronger each and every time?
Telling KENTA to bring it on in the corner, and KENTA obliging, just decimating the bicep of McGuinness with those kicks. And referee Todd Sinclair has a very, very difficult job in this matchup. He has to not only maintain law and order between these two athletes, he has to worry about the long-term health of Nigel McGuinness during the course of this matchup. Big boot to the face by KENTA. Cover!
1, 2, 2.
McGuinness kicks out at 2.
Like, how do you show strength as champion and show any sort of dominance when you don't have arms and you're inside that ring? Without a doubt, this is the weakest point that we have ever seen McGuinness during the course of his title reign. Yet he is still the world champion.
He's trapped in the Kimura right now by Kenta, but he's able to maneuver his body towards the ropes and earn himself a break, but more damage done to the left arm as Todd Sinclair asking McGuinness if he wants to give it up. And quite honestly, nobody could blame him if he said he did, but whether you like Nigel McGuinness's attitude, whether you like the way he handles himself inside the ring, he has guts, he has determination, and he has a strong desire to be the best wrestler in the world, and he knows having the Ring of Honor World title around his waist validates his claim as the best wrestler in the world today.
Remember that matchup against Austin Aries where Nigel's head collided with the steel barricade, yet he gutted it out and continued during the course of that match, given a concussion and whatever other injuries he sustained. We've seen on so many occasions him continue to fight despite injury. Got out of harm's way right there.
He's got the legs of Kenta on the outside. He's got the head trapped. Toe of London to the floor. And just that quickly, Nigel McGuinness may have bought himself a little bit of time here as the head of the challenger bounces off the floor on the outside.
Well, Nigel had to do something to get Kenta away from the arms, away from unleashing more kicks, or getting those arms in a submission type of predicament to inflict more damage. He needed to do some damage to the challenger, and that's exactly what he did with a Tower of London to the floor.
And he drags a stunned challenger back to his feet, throws him under the bottom rope, and even that rudimentary maneuver causes the pain to shoot through the body of the champion, but not enough that he isn't still willing to tell the fans here in Manhattan where to go. Grabs the head of Kenta, places him in position, hard kick right between the shoulder blades. This matchup, not the first time that these two men have been inside the ring with the Ring of Honor World title on the line. As another kick to the back by McGuinness.
Kenta's back on his feet, and he just delivered a kick to that bad arm, and Nigel shrugged it off and dished out more punishment. Nigel is running on adrenaline right here. He realizes the title is on the line. He's trying to battle through the pain despite what Kenta throws at him.
It was May 15th, 2008 in Japan. Nigel successfully defended his title in a three-way matchup on a Pro Wrestling Noah event against Kenta and BJ Whitmer. It was Whitmer that Nigel was able to score the pinfall against in that matchup. So while he has been inside the ring with the title on the line, he has not beaten Kenta in a title matchup. And again, as I said earlier on, it was last night Kenta defeating Nigel McGuinness with the go to sleep.
And they also have some other ROH history on our historic first pay-per-view broadcast. Respect is earned. Nigel and Kenta were tag team partners in the main event of that show. And now they stand across the ring as opponents with the world title on the line. And this time, it's Kenta just trying to shrug off the offense of McGuinness.
Nigel scoring again repeatedly with headbutts to the arm and chest of Kenta, knocking him down to the canvas. Yeah, their matchup back at Respect is Earned against Takeshi Morishima and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And right now, McGuinness continuing to try and work over the arm.
Wow! He has
Kenta.
no arms, and he was able to support all of the body weight of Kenta, launch him overhead. It's incredible.
Well, it's a testament to the heart of the world champion, no question about it. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of the strategy of Nigel McGuinness coming into play here. Definitely wants to keep Kenta off of his feet, eliminate the kick-based offense, the strikes that Kenta is able to deliver to that bicep, and perhaps work over the arm himself to soften him up for the London Dungeon. The lariat's such a big part of the arsenal of Nigel McGuinness, and it is effectively gone for Nigel in this matchup.
Well, it's a big part of his arsenal, but Nigel has so many others. Drop kick, you don't see that too frequently, but upon bracing himself as he came down to the canvas after throwing the drop kick, you know, he had to support his own body weight with that bad arm. And you can see he's favoring that arm, just throwing the drop kick and having to catch himself did more damage to himself.
Yeah, it's not just the lariat, it's not just using the arm itself, it's any movement McGuinness makes He's feeling the effect in that left arm. Right now, he's got the left arm of Kenta trapped beneath his knee as he drives it down to the canvas, shoulder down. Todd Sinclair right there for a 1 count.
1, 2, 3.
You know, as much as Nigel McGuinness has effectively utilized variations of the lariat during the course of his reign, and you got the jawbreaker variation, as his opponent position across the top rope. He throws a variety of lariats, the short arm lariat, but he's also got the London Dungeon. He's also got the Tower of London. He's got a variety of different holds. We could see a submission, such as a maneuver like this out of McGuinness. He has so many different ways that he can put an opponent away. He doesn't necessarily need the lariat in his arsenal to retain the championship.
Kenta back to his feet with a forearm and a headbutt in retaliation from the champ. See, but the bicep injuries makes it difficult for Nigel to even strike his opponent. Even if he's not using the lariat, he can't throw punches, he can't throw chops. And right now, Kenta is starting to dish out the offense and picking up the pace once again. Suplex by the challenger.
No punches, no chops, but he can utilize those headbutts without, you know, inflicting any punishment to his own arm in the process. The headbutt has worked effectively for McGuinness thus far. And Kenta now is going to take a chance going up top.
Nigel back to his feet. Turns around right into a clothesline from the challenger. Cover. Once again doesn't hook the leg and only gets 2 right into the Kimura.
This could be it. Will we see the title change hands here in New York City? One devastating submission hold to that injured arm in the middle of the ring. Nigel could have no choice but to tap away the title.
Nigel doing everything he can to try and maneuver his body towards the ropes. Kenta really wrenching down on the hold. Can Nigel make it to the ropes here? Very close, and does make the bottom rope to earn a break. But more damage done to the left arm of Nigel McGuinness.
I'm one of Nigel's biggest supporters. I'd love to see his reign continue. I'd love to see him become the longest reigning ROH World Champion in company history and shatter all records. But at this point, given these injuries, you have to think about his future in this business. Quality of life from this point forward. You can't do that much damage to a body part and continue into the future. He needs to think about his future. At this point, the reign of McGuinness could come to an end, and it might be for the better in the long run in terms of his health.
And you see right there a trademark combination of maneuvers from McGuinness. Just instinct, I think, on the part of Nigel. He hit the kick to the back and immediately went to the clothesline, and immediately the pain just coursing through his veins upon impact with the body of Kenta after the strike from that clothesline.
Another Tower of London inside the ring, but no, Kenta lands on his feet.
Tried for momentum, but runs into the boot of Kenta. Nigel not phased. Power slam by the challenger.
Kenta too worn down to go for a cover immediately after hitting that maneuver, though. Both men are worn down. Kenta favoring that arm that Nigel has been focusing on. Anytime that Nigel's on offense, he's been going to work on that shoulder and that arm of Kenta.
Kenta elevates McGuinness, placing him on the top turnbuckle.
Kenta known for the top rope Falcon Arrow. He could be trying to cinch that maneuver in right here if he can get it. You know, Nigel's going to do his best to block.
And trying to jockey for position here. Open hand slap by Kenta. All the way to the top he goes. Nigel trying to fight him off. Obviously not a lot of steam on those shots to the ribcage, but
lariat coming up.
Just enough to knock Kenta off balance and have him straddle the top rope. Lariat, no.
It might be for the best that he didn't hit that lariat. That could do a lot of damage to his own arm.
Kenta went for that springboard maneuver, but a forearm from McGuinness sent him crashing out to the floor. Nigel's gonna go out after him here.
You know, a weaker champion, a weaker wrestler, given an injury like Nigel has sustained, might have forfeited the championship, given it up, decided to take some time off. But this is the kind of fighter, this is the kind of professional wrestler, this is the kind of champion that Nigel McGuinness is.
It shows you the pride he has and that he takes in being the best wrestler in the world, but Kenta able to avoid that attempt out on the floor. And a big boot to the face sends McGuinness out into the crowd as the double count continues to be applied by Todd Sinclair. Handful of hair now by Kenta as he drags Nigel over the guardrail. Hard kick and another connects squarely with the champion. Kenta back inside the ring. It's a warning from the referee.
What's he thinking? Kenta all the way to the top now.
Kenta takes a chance and wipes out McGuinness.
Launched himself off the top rope with the double stomp, connecting with McGuinness. He's got to bring it back inside the ring, though. Kenta can't win this, can't win the title, even if he wins the matchup by count out.
Kenta still shaking up himself, trying to buy some time. As McGuinness continues to feel the effects out on the floor.
Kenta can't waste time, though. This is giving Nigel an opportunity to recover, try to pull himself up. Kenta could have gotten him back inside the ring and gone for a cover right away. Could be a different story.
Nigel might not beat the count here.
He'll retain the title, though. You can't win the title by count out.
Back to his feet. And Nigel, under the bottom rope, beats the count. I don't know if he might have been better served to stay out there and take the count out. Missile drop kick sends him to the corner. Kenta with a big boot. One more time. Connects with the face of the champion.
Look at the energy of Kenta.
Oh, he knows what kind of damage he did to McGuinness out on the floor. Nigel looks out of gas. Fisherman Buster. Oh, so close!
He's not out of gas yet. Nigel with enough to kick out.
Open hand shots. Kick to the side of the head. Lariat, no.
Usaiku knee cover!
1, 2.
Again, only two. McGuinness gets the left shoulder off the canvas. Could it be time for the go to sleep?
It worked last night in the tag team matchup. Will it earn Kenta the world title?
Elbows from McGuinness. Kick to the face. Jawbreaker. No. Cover.
1, 2.
Reversal by Kenta.
2.
Only two.
1.
Nigel, the pinning combination, gets two himself. Run the dungeon.
He's been working over that shoulder for the entire matchup, and now he's got the London Dungeon on Kenta in the middle of the ring.
Todd Sinclair asking the challenger if he wants to give it up. He says no. Trying to maneuver his way towards the ropes. Nigel really wrenching down on the hold. Kenta very close. Listen to the crowd here in Manhattan. Kenta gets the break.
But a lot more damage was done. He might not have forced Kenta to submit, but he tore apart that shoulder even further.
That left arm just pinned to the side of McGuinness at this point as he drags Kenta back to his feet. And this time it's Nigel placing Kenta on the top rope.
Another Tower of London.
Oh, he nails it. Right down on the shoulder.
That's it.
Cover.
1, 2.
No. Once again, Kenta gets the shoulder up.
If he can lock in that London Dungeon in the middle of the ring once again, that could do it. More damage was just done to the shoulder with another Tower of London, this one inside the ring. Lock in the submission hold once again, force Kenta to tap.
And he's going for the London Dungeon one more time. He's got him up top.
He's just gonna wear the man out.
Kenta trying to fight, hanging on.
Oh.
Forearm from McGuinness.
Over for a superplex.
Again, Kenta able to block. Over the sunset bomb, but Nigel hanging on.
Trying his best.
Kicking away at the elbow, able to free himself. Leaping to the top. Falcon Arrow! No! So close to a new champ. Oh, he took the knee pad down.
Is it time for Nigel to go to sleep?
No! Up and over, lands on his feet. German suplex with a bridge. Only two. Couldn't hold McGuinness down.
You gotta hand it to Nigel, avoiding go to sleep here 24 hours after absorbing that maneuver.
Well, he knows that that maneuver can put him down for the 3 count. Knee to the back. The only difference is tonight, it'll cost him the world title. Boot to the face. Lariat. Jawbreaker, no. Up on the shoulders. Go to sleep. Foot on the ropes.
Ring positioning saved the world championship for Nigel McGuinness right there. If Kenta was able to hit that maneuver and go for the cover in the center of the ring, we may have seen a new world champion crowned after that maneuver. Can Kenta follow up wisely? Nigel McGuinness rolling all the way to the apron. Kenta can't go for a cover.
But he is going to follow him out to the apron to try and inflict more punishment. Both men on the outside. Kenta looking for a suplex, Nigel able to block. Nigel with Kenta up top now.
Oh, could we see another Tower of London to the floor, this time off the top rope?
He's got him set up. Tower of London on the apron.
And that is all steel and wood, the ring frame that the shoulder of Kenta just collided with before tumbling all the way to the floor. Sinclair administering the double count, but think about the damage that was just done, further damage to the shoulder of Kenta.
It would not shock me right here to see a double count out. Both these men have taken some unbelievable punishment in this matchup.
Just the amount of punishment that Nigel has been able to withstand and continue fighting, given the condition of both of his arms, is unreal.
It's a testament to the heart, the determination of Nigel McGuinness as an athlete, his pride in being a champion, and what he is willing to put his body through to be the world champion here in Ring of Honor.
18. We could see that double count out. 19.
Both men to their feet, barely beating the count. But it may have taken every ounce of energy they had just to get back inside the ring. The ropes seemingly holding Kenta up in the corner, and Nigel in the other corner as well. Both men charge. Kenta scores with a boot. Elbow from McGuinness. Headstand, boot to the face. On the shoulders. Go to sleep blocked. Jawbreaker missed. Go to sleep.
Nigel just hit Kenta's own move on him. Cover.
Couldn't hold him down.
London Dungeon.
This might be it.
Several Towers of London, the last one to the ring frame. How much more can the shoulder of Kenta take?
Kenta realizing he's very close to the ropes. Roll up! So close!
Back to work on the arm.
Arm wringer by McGuinness. Right back to the London Dungeon. No! Kenta's got him up! Go to sleep, no! Hammerlock divorce court. Nigel with the arm. London Dungeon!
Will Kenta be forced to tap?
Once again in the center of the ring. Nigel's got it locked in.
He's not tapping.
Trying to get back to his feet. Down across the knees. What pressure on the back of the arm. Kenta has to tap.